which LA attractions are actually worth your time. I've lived in LA for years, and while some spots are iconic for a reason, others, honestly, pretty overrated. So today, I'm ranking the top 10 most popular LA tourist attractions from worst to best, starting from places I've skipped to the ones I still love, even as a local. And along the way, I have some hot takes I just think may surprise you. I'm Parker here in LA. Let's get into it. We're starting off in Beverly Hills with number 10 on this list, Rodeo Drive. The city of Beverly Hills as a whole has long been hyped up for its cleanliness compared to other parts of LA, but for me at least, it's also long been one of my least favorite parts of greater Los Angeles. Sure, it's clean, but it's also boring and full of overpriced, average restaurants at best. Basically, if you're interested in cosplaying as Pretty Woman for a few photo op shots, and you have a platinum card and the income to spend with it, then go for it. But even when it comes to premium shopping experiences, you're much better off at one of the fancy malls such as the Westfield Century City or South Coast Plaza down in Orange County if you are truly looking for a spruced up wardrobe. Otherwise, your options include dining at these spots with very average food as other tourists take photos all around you and bus tours line the street. I'm full. Credit where credit is due, however, the parking is relatively cheap in most of the public parking garages, with many having 2 hours of free parking during weekdays. Anyways, I'm ready to move on to the next spot. Come on. Filling the second to last place spot is LACMA. And no, I'm not just saying it because of all the construction that's currently going on there, although it certainly doesn't help its ranking. Rather, I personally feel that this area as a whole misses the mark. I'm gonna give somewhat of a controversial or a bit of a hot take, but LA really is not the best city to visit in terms of museums, especially right here on Museum Row. For what should be LA's flagship museum, it always just feels kind of empty and dead there. And the new building? I'm honestly not that impressed. I'm sorry, but it's just a cold, unwelcoming monolith that oddly already looks like it's starting to show some wear and tear from ground level on it. Oh, and if you're driving, be ready to shell out 20 bucks for the parking. And there's really no other parking options nearby, with Wilshire Boulevard full of construction and the massive closed-off Park La Brea apartment complex being just across the street from it. Coming up next, it's the Grove. Some of you may wonder why I even have a shopping mall on this list, but the Grove is practically a theme park and tourist attraction in its own right, and receives millions and millions of visitors each year. It's pretty, it's polished, and while I do enjoy aspects of it like the free trolley that you can take, it's also mostly just filler for if you're in the area and need something to do. During the holiday season, their central lawn area here is filled with a massive Christmas tree, and it truly can be fun to see all the fake snow that's blown out throughout the evening at the mall. But at the end of the day, all the Grove really is just an overpriced shopping mall. Be ready to shell out $5 per hour for their massive parking garage that can turn into an absolute nightmare on weekends and during the holidays for getting in and out of it. Oh yeah, and they also made me stop filming while getting B-roll for this video, so boo. I still had it ranked number 8 before that though, just in case you're wondering. Alright, so as we approach the middle tier of these tourist attractions, I've got the Hollywood sign solidly at number 7. Now hear me out. I know you may think I'm mainly talking about the fact that it's quote-unquote just a sign, but I'm also talking about the hike to it that many recommend as something to do. I'm gonna just say it. It's not worth it. Perhaps if you're an avid hiker, it may be worth it, but then again, if you love hiking, there's much better options throughout Griffith Park or further out that you'd likely prefer. When it comes to the Hollywood sign, snapping a few photos with it behind you is very easy to do from the heart of the Hollywood Walk of Fame in the back of the outdoor shopping mall at Hollywood and Highland, really leaving no need to get any closer. And if driving, don't even think you'll get close to parking anywhere near a hiking trail, as the entrance is in the neighborhood for which the sign was originally named after to promote, Hollywoodland, and there's literally nowhere at all to legally street park. Also, the trail is just kind of boring, to put it frankly. And on to Universal Studios Hollywood, a fun place to visit, no doubt, if you've never been before. I personally love doing the studio tour, a great mix of theme park style experiences and legit backstage productions you could possibly drive by during it. There's usually at least one production going on every time I've taken the tour. I also enjoy coming here for some of the seasonal events like Fan Fest nights in the spring and the Halloween horror nights every September and October, but between the cost of the tickets and all those crowds and the difficulty of getting between the upper and lower levels of the park, park, skipping it might be a consideration, especially if you've already visited the Universal Studios in Orlando and have limited time to spend here in Los Angeles. Either way, this park is relatively easy to see all of within one visit in one day. So after going once, I'd say there's probably better things to do in LA from then on. And on to them we will now go. I don't know if you can hear it. There's been like jackhammer noises going on all day outside of my apartment. So sorry about that if you can hear it at all. But anyways, sitting now comfortably at the number 5 spot, we're at Grand Central Market. Now, especially if you're a big foodie with limited time in Los Angeles, this spot is definitely worth a visit. From the breakfast egg sandwiches of Egg Slut, the visually crazy and deliciously tasty tacos of Via's Tacos, the vegan ramen of Ramen Hood, and so much more. You could easily get a taste of LA, so to speak, from many of the most popular spots throughout the city. A few things to keep in mind, however. Quality can be a bit more iffy and variable from day to day here than at the place's more standalone locations. There's also the huge crowds and cramped tight walkways throughout that may be difficult to navigate for some people. Still, if you're wanting a sampling of various places in one trip, and especially if it's a less crowded weekday that you're able to stop by, it's a great spot to keep on your itinerary. At number 4, we've got the Santa Monica Pier. I mean, come on, it's iconic. Featured in practically every photo, postcard, and establishing shot of LA. It's also the end of Route 66 and has so many great photo op spots, even for such a touristy attraction. I've been here dozens of times in the past and I still enjoy coming, even with its large crowds, especially on the weekend. And as you may be aware from those iconic shots of its Ferris wheel, there's a whole amusement park at this pier. The prices are reasonable for LA. The roller coaster is surprisingly a very solid thrill ride attraction, and the other rides are also a lot of fun, especially for families traveling to LA. And unlike the nearby 3rd Street Promenade and its sparse pedestrian streets with 4 lease signs lining most storefront windows and walls, the pier is actually still very vibrant and lively these days. A few things to keep in mind. Parking on the pier itself can often be very difficult and sometimes even completely closed off. I'd recommend either parking in the garage directly down the street from the pier entrance or even relying on LA Metro to get here. You can check out my LA travel guide video for more info about that next. But for now, welcome to the Walk of Fame. Okay, hear me out. I know it can often be very crowded and a bit messy in areas. Even the biggest hater has to admit that it's fun at least once to visit Hollywood as a tourist, have a photo shoot with some of your favorite Hollywood stars or with their handprints at the Chinese theater. And aside from that, it's also a great area for either getting into a Broadway show at the Pantages Theater or the live studio audience of Jimmy Kimmel. If you're into the nightlife scene or want a great view from a Hollywood rooftop at night, this is one of the best areas to come for such spots. And I've already got a whole travel guide video just about Hollywood, but let me know if you'd want to see an updated one with all the must-dos and must-visit places right now in this part of the city. And our taker of 2nd place for LA tourist attractions is Griffith Observatory. Whether you're into hiking, science, and museums, or just great vibes with an unbeatable view of LA's skyline, Griffith Observatory absolutely delivers. There's an entire museum inside that's completely free to visit. A planetarium with shows you can purchase a ticket to if you desire, even a telescope on the roof you can look through at no additional cost. It's especially beautiful during golden hour, and in my opinion, watching the sunset from here at least once in your lifetime should be on everyone's bucket list. I've been there a countless number of times at this point, and I still get awestruck and impressed by the beauty and the views every single time I return. Just be aware of the parking situation before coming, especially during that golden hour time period. And perhaps consider using the Metro bus shuttle that comes from the Vermont Sunset Metro station, which is a free transfer if you're taking the subway. And now, our number 1 spot, Venice Beach. I just love the whole Venice area. It's quirky, cute, and undeniably a truly unique and one-of-a-kind part of Los Angeles. On any random afternoon or evening, you'll likely find different groups on the beach meeting for various activities, and from Muscle Beach to the skateboarders, cyclists, and the bar hoppers at spots like the waterfront, you'll never run out of people watching opportunities. You'll also find some of the best food spots of nearly every food style and cuisine here, from the California coastal cuisine with the health-forward focus of places like the Butcher's Daughter on Abercrombie to the satisfying birria tacos of Teddy's Red Tacos, or the previously mentioned egg sandwiches of Egg Slut, they've got just about everything around here for foodies to enjoy. And depending on just how much time you spend here, you'll have plenty more to do on subsequent visits. From the tranquil pedestrian streets of the Venice canals to the countless options for activities and eats. For me, Venice Beach in all its kookiness, weirdness, its mix of old and new, gentrified and original, casual and trendy, exemplifies many of the best places, offerings, and aspects of all the things that Los Angeles has to offer. So there you have it, LA's biggest attractions ranked from worst to best. What did you agree or perhaps disagree with? Share in the comments what you think deserves the top spot. If you love LA or just want more travel guides here or elsewhere, then make sure you also like and subscribe. But with that, I'll see you in the next video. Love y'all. Oh.